Thanks for taking the time to join me on my channel, Niges View on Things. How you doing? How you keeping? Hope everybody's safe and sound where you are. Boeing Field, King County International Airport, Seattle, Washington. Date on the clip, 13th of January 2019. Links for that in the description box down below. Let me tell you about the clip. Number of clips thrown together. It starts approximately at 7:40 in the morning, goes all the way through until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Each picture is 1 minute. We're looking at our time lapse. I've just spent the last 2 days looking at this clip, trying to put different, trying to work out if something else fits in its place to give me an answer to what I'm looking at. I know what I'm looking at. There is nothing seems to fit. Let's not talk about it. Let's just watch it. And as you can see, it's an orangey sky, white chemtrail haze in the background. Bit of a chemtrail going on there. Light blue skies. We just don't take any notice anymore because it's just normal. Look how red it is on the buildings. A bit of foggy, misty going on there. We can see that our sun and sun simulator are starting to rise. Let me just point out a couple of points here. This roof is bright. This roof is bright. This roof is bright. The sun's in the sky, lighting everything up. Well, that's exactly what it's meant to do, isn't it? You know, it's not a great big torch in the sky. Whereas the sun simulator, on the other hand, well, that acts like a big torch in the sky. We've got these rays of red light. We get our first lens flare, and here's the second part, which may I add, it's not a lens flare because it moves with the sun. And sun simulator, this is what we've got to understand. A lens flare doesn't move with the sun, and sun simulator, it goes in the opposite direction. 180 degrees to be more precise. If it goes left, the light source, the lens flare will go right, and vice versa, up, down. Makes perfect sense. But we can see in the background what is slowly happening. Chemtrails. Another chemtrail. Look at this building over here, and it's starting to get extremely dark over here, but it's still bright over here. You might be forgiven that the camera is overloading and the background's going a little bit dim. Take a picture of the sun. That doesn't happen. It just comes out a very normal picture. We get this red of light that's going on, and we get this purple, whatever sort of colour it is, going on here. This is red. Red object coming towards us. I've shown you many, many times. Why is this bright? That's dark. Okay, it's still lit up a little bit, but potentially the whole sky's gone dark. Then we get this object here. Watch these planes start to light up. Ooh, that's interesting. That's still a little bit, of course it's a camera abnormality. What is this object just here? Let me stop the video and show you something. Go back a couple of frames and we can look at this object up on the left hand side. Let me zoom it in. The last time I checked, planes had wings. That definitely doesn't look like it's got wings. Is that a UFO? Things on these cameras don't surprise me anymore. Hey. Technology in our skies, things that shouldn't be on camera. I just thought I needed to point it out. What is this just here? Did we just actually watch a planet eclipse our sun? Of course that couldn't be possible now. And now we're getting brightness over here, here, and everything looks back to normal apart from this. What is going on? There couldn't be a lens system in place, could there? I've seen these lenses before in Canada, reflected in a puddle. Here's a picture of that. The sky looks Absolutely, no it doesn't. We've got to understand that we shouldn't be seeing this on camera. It's just an impossibility. Now this roof's gone dark. These are light. Why would that? Yeah, it makes no sense. Great big torch in the sky. Lots of planes going through the air. This is moving with our sun and sun simulator. That is not a lens flare. Yet again, blue light around the outside of it just looks like a great big window. And then turns straight back into a... Well, that reminds me of one of those cheese slices that you can buy. Big red flash of light going on over here. We've got this object here. And did you see that big old flash of light? Yeah, of course, that's normal. And we got this object here. I do believe this is a lens flare because it moves the opposite direction to the light source. We're going to get a great big flash of light. Lens system, flash of light. Yeah, everything is really, really normal. Our sky starts to get a little bit orange. And here's that red spinning planet we've seen so many times before. This object, what is this? Now is that part of that? This disappears and this carries on going. But yet again we get this object here. We can still see, yeah. Everything looks so normal, as it should do. It seems to be brightening up, just like a lovely winter's day. The question remains, if we were there at that particular moment in time, would we have seen a degradation of light? I don't believe so, because it happened so slowly, and along with the LED light from the sun simulator, which is bright white, just look at your LED lights in your house. They're bright white as well. Now go out, have a look at the sun in the sky. Well, the sun simulator. Does that remind you of anything you've just looked at? And for all those people that don't know what a sun simulator is, the sun simulator sits in front of our sun. No sun, no life, end of story. Not going to even talk about it or discuss it. The idea of the sun simulator is to hide the shadows of the incoming planets, just like a great big flashlight on a camera. And our sun simulator doesn't replace our sun. It doesn't give off immense amounts of heat like the sun. And it's not that big. There's a lens in front of it, and that's why we get the sun halos or sun dogs, because of that lens being projected backwards onto the chemtrails of the clouds. And don't forget, what colour is our sun? It's yellow. It's not a great big white LED torch in the sky. It's yellow. Getting back on subject, the question is, would we have noticed the degradation of light if we were there? No. Or maybe if you were paying attention, quite possibly. But of course what we saw was a cloud going past the sun and the sun simulator. Oh, sorry, there's no chemtrails, no sun simulator, nothing in our skies, there's nothing wrong. Oh dear. So let's have a look at this clip a little bit speeded up, and we're going to stick a filter on it. The filter we're going to use, we've used many different times, and it's called Equalize. It doesn't put anything into the video, it doesn't take anything away from the video. All it does is equalize the colours, contrast, brightness, and everything else to a nominal value. So we get to see things that our eyes can't pick up. Look at the sky, for instance. Look how red it is in the background. Look how red this building is. Look how red this mist is. Look how, yeah, lots of red. Chemtrails in the skies. And if you think this actually changes the video, it doesn't, because at one point we'll actually get to see a normal video very shortly. Very, very red. And just here, it starts to brighten up. That great big LED torch. very, very red. That's normal. Nothing wrong at all. Nothing in our skies. Our governments would have told us. At any rate, I'm looking at a planet eclipsing our sun. Not a lot, but just enough to cause a problem with the camera. And don't forget, the camera is more receptive than the human eye. You decide. Everything that's going on in this world, it's normal. There's nothing wrong. But when I'm listening to government agencies, Department of Homeland and Security, telling the American public to get ready, to prep, to make sure you have 6 months of water, have 6 months of food, you've got to ask yourself, what's going on? What do they know that we don't? There's an event coming. The crazy thing is, people still say to me, there's nothing wrong, Nigel. I look round, I can't see anything. I look towards the sun. There's nothing there. Take a very long look at what's happening in the world. It tells you everything you need to know. Mother Nature tells us everything we need to know. What's it going to be? Pole flip, volcano, earthquake, climate change, war? Something's coming. You make your own minds up. All the cameras in the world are faulty. Our governments would have told us, and I'm just nuts. Much love, much peace, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.